What is going on, crypto family? So today we got Jesse. The co-founder of NeoLand, right?
Yep.
It's awesome, man. So maybe tell us a little about yourself, how you got into blockchain, how you started building stuff, and then, of course, why Neo, and a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so, hey, this is Jesse. I was in the technology world for more than 20 years.
30?
Yeah, 20 years.
Oh, 20. I was like, you don't even look 30 years old, man. So
you can see I'm a genius.
So we got Doogie Howser from China here. All right, man, cool.
So in fact, I based on the US. I work for like a big company like Microsoft by the USA for a pretty long time.
Microsoft, never heard of them.
Yeah.
We're like in the home of Microsoft, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Seattle.
Yes.
Awesome.
Always in the distributed system.
Okay.
But that's why I think it's more than 1 year ago, we started to look into this blockchain technology to see what can we do for it. So we always passionate about gaming. So one thing we already doing is we try to build a new game like the player number one, the sandbox game. People can have a virtual world inside. Sure. We starting thinking about what we can do there, especially the blockchain technology getting popular. People understand how important the virtual asset is. We think, okay, maybe it's a good time to try this area. We know that some companies like Second Life, Sing already tried it before. They have their good time, they have their bad time. But at that time, people didn't realize how important the virtual asset is, and not that much people accepting this kind of virtual currency. That's why we say, oh, maybe it's our opportunity. So I talked with our partner who already working in this kind of a sandbox gaming for a pretty long time. He said, oh, can we make this game with the blockchain environment, especially take the advantage from the blockchain ecosystem? So we starting put our idea together from, I think it's last year, and then we starting implement our feature. We call our NeoWorld. It's called a NeoWorld. You think about it, right? We're just using the name as a NeoWorld.
Sure, yeah.
It's very interesting, just coincident with the new coin, kind of a name the same. After 6 months developer, we have our first version of it again, but using the Chinese, the language is Chinese. So we didn't do any PR before that, because we believe we want to build the product first, and then we're telling people what we are building. So
you kind of did it the opposite of what people are used to seeing, right? They're like, hey guys, we have the best thing ever. Just give us a bunch of money and, maybe in a year or two, we'll show you something.
Well, for us, I would say nothing better than just show people what you are doing.
That's it. Show them, don't tell them.
Yeah, that's why today we go to this conference and then we show people our game. People will say, oh, it's a video? No, it's a real game. You can play it today. 6 months ago, we online. But we didn't do the public online. We sent out the invitation.
But you're downplaying this a little bit too, because you already have 50,000 people doing this.
Yeah.
And for people that don't understand what you're talking about when it comes to this virtual world, basically you're creating cities and environments and public personas and business personas inside of a game on the blockchain, this whole virtual world where people could run for president, or they could do all kinds of different things, and it's like the ultimate game, like a virtual.
It is. So just for us, why we so carefully about release our information is because we don't want our game get into nothing. It's too open. Mm-hmm. The people will say, oh, I can do everything. That's why we try to say, okay, we just do private invitation. We invite people who really will stand high on it, and then give feedback to us, and then we keep fixing some little gap between our virtual world and the real world. We don't want to say, oh, I get in here and then I can do everything, so I'm the god. No, it's not. You are the projection from the real world. Whatever limitation in the real world you may have in here.
Oh wow!
It's not like you're totally free, right?
Sure, I got you. So you're not like Superman, right?
Yeah.
You're Jesse.
Yes,
super coder.
The thing about it is, right? The game we are making, people may be saying we can control the economy in the game. We are not. We provide the material. The player build the building. The player buy the land. The player using their labor to earn the token, our token or other token, and then use the token to buy the material to build it, and then other people will come to their land to visit or to rest or do something else. They get the pay from another player. So the economy itself is growing by the community, not growing by us. We cannot say, oh, this building is $100. We cannot say that. It's the player himself, player themselves, to make an agreement. This is the price for this item or for this land.
Gotcha. So basically you have this entire virtual world that people can use and establish themselves on and build themselves up on, and people can barter and trade back and forth.
Yep.
They're the ones that pretty much own the game and own all the stuff in it. You guys would make your money, off transaction fees between the people?
Yes.
All right, cool.
We are more like the thing about we are like a country, right? When you're doing the business, you need to pay the tax. That's what we are doing. So we build the infrastructure about this whole world. That's why when you try to buy the material, the first piece of material to build your stuff, we charge you from it. But after that, if you sell to other people with a higher price, you get it.
Sure.
It's nothing about us, right? We only get the transaction fee from it. So
And then with the actual, tokens, so can they actually take your tokens and say maybe they want to cash out some into Neo or something like that?
So that's a country. We have a several way to doing it. We are not exchange first at all.
Sure.
We are just a virtual world, but our token it is on some exchange. Basically, if you get a token, you are same as all other cryptocurrency.
Sure.
You can go to the exchange to get other token or get the money.
Okay.
So that's why for us, our platform is pretty open. So then we look into these things. We say, oh, looks we are pretty healthy in the economy system. Mm-hmm. So that's why we starting looking with the other blockchain project. The first partner we are working with is Neo.
Right.
So how do we work with them? Right? Funny, we have a very similar name, but we are not.
I thought that you guys picked the name because you're built on Neo. I thought you just embraced it, right? You're like, hey, we're on Neo, so this is NeoWorld.
Yeah, that's a very interesting coincidence. We are not really.
Did you start before? Well, I guess it would be 2014. I guess in 2016. Did you start before 2016?
In fact, our idea is before that, but we picked the name. It's a new name. You remember the Matrix?
Sure,
the
of
Neo.
course.
So,
Morpheus, then you got, of course,
Neo,
Red
right?
Pill, Neo, yep.
Neo is a one.
Keanu Reeves, yep.
Exactly. So that's why we picked the name kind of. How it's a real reason I forgot, but yes, we picked the name. So
Gotcha.
when we call with looking for the partner, we see the Neo token itself. It's since Neo is we have a very similar name. It's easy to accept, especially for us.
Especially the colors and everything else. It looks like you really leaned in.
Yes. Then we working with them. Right? Gotcha. How we work with them is a very challenge. So basically, we say, okay, we want to provide the environment or the virtual world. People can use the Neo token inside there, right, and then to do everything they can do in the real world. Even something they cannot do in the real world, they can do there. So what we going to do is that we project ourselves into the real world. Okay, if a new country come out, what will be different in the country? First thing is the currency. The country uses different currency, like US using US dollar. In China using yuan, right? That's a totally different currency. But the whole economic system is similar, have a little different because the people in there is different. The culture is different. So
every place uses their own currency, but in NeoWorld, you guys are going to be using your guys' token, right?
But in the Neo, we create a NeoLand island for the Neo. The Neo bring the user into the island. They can build, they can live, they can play, but the currency will be using a Neo token. Gotcha. It's not our token. Really? So inside their island or inside their land, they're always using the Neo token. It's not our token. But how do people start getting it, right? Either people already have the Neo token, or they say, oh, interesting, the Neo have this kind of a NeoLand in the Neo world. I want to play with it. They can go to the exchange and get the Neo token by the way they can get it, and then go to the Neo token to play in there. So basically, the Neo will have how to say that? Just think about like the country, some country bank, a reserve bank.
Sure.
They have money inside the bank,
Gotcha.
but they will release it slowly because they don't want to suddenly release everything and the inflation happen. That's why just release it slowly, and then some people will use it, and the money will go back to the country's reserve bank. that's how the ecosystem in the NeoLand is happening. That's how we partner with the
got
Neo.
you.
Yeah.
So has Neo been treating you pretty good? You like working with them?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I mean,
A lot of dev help, dev support?
they have a lot of need. They have a lot of suggestion for us. They want us to build some feature. We know we need to build it. It's good for us because a lot of time when we build this feature, we don't know it's a really like requirement or not a real requirement. We're all about imagination.
Right.
But the player, Neo bring a lot of new user to us. When they have playing inside the NeoLand, they give a lot of feedback. Say, oh, what made sense, what didn't make sense. We keep improve our.
It's good.
Yeah. One thing you can see, we just have the English version about our game. I think it's over the Chinese New Year.
Nice.
Yeah. I think
So Chinese game, English-speaking game.
Yeah.
They can use it now.
Yeah, they can use it now.
It's incredible.
Yep.
So where can people go to learn more?
We are going to. So I think one thing is keep an eye on our website. It's NeoWorld.io. We have a weekly update. We're hoping we can publish as soon as possible, but we still want to make sure the gaming experience is very good. We also want to make sure if you are the new owner, we get in, you have the best experience. That's why just watch our website. You will
Awesome.
get it. Yeah.
Well, it's been a great, meeting you and learning all about it. So
Thank you.
I wish you nothing but success, buddy. And so for people that want to go check it out, they'll just go to neoworld.io.
Yes.
And then they can join the game, right?
Yep.
Very, very cool. All right, man. God bless. Take care.
Thank you.